So hi everyone, welcome to Google Solution Challenge info session. I'm Vijayanti, 2023 Google Solution Challenge finalist. So I'm really glad to be a part of the session. To talk about today's agenda, we'll first discuss what is Google Solution Challenge and then how you need to submit your project. Apart from that, we are also going to discuss about the timeline, in which month you have to work and in which month you're going to get mentorship and all those details. Apart from that, we're also going to discuss what perks you will get once you are taking part in the session and also discuss about how you need to submit your solution, how to pick a problem statement and all these. So first, coming off to the overview. What is Google Solution Challenge? Google Solution Challenge is like every other hackathon, but in this hackathon, you're going to work for several months. And the problem statement has to be picked from the 17 sustainable goals of United Nations. So the other hackathons which you generally take part in will be for 24 hours or for 12 hours. But this hackathon is a kind in which you're going to work for several months over a particular problem statement. And in regular hackathons, they will give you a problem statement, but here you're free to pick any problem statement which falls into the category of the 17 sustainable goals given by the United Nations. This is a global wide hackathon where people, developers, the students, and every kind of person can take part in this hackathon, and there is no restriction for that. Once you are a part of the Google Solution Challenge, you will get a number of perks and you will be able to understand what actually happens when you are able to solve a particular problem using technology. So every year across 8 to 10,000 submissions will be taking place, and out of which the top 100 problem statements will be selected. So how do you know which 17 goals are there? So I'll just run this video for you and you can look at what problem statements can be picked based on the United Nations goals. So the first one is no poverty. And you can look at the other problem state, other categories in the United Nations goals. So once if you look at this, the first one is no poverty. There we have zero hunger, good health and well-being, quality education, gender equality, clear water and sanitation, afforestation and clean energy, decent work and economic growth. And you can also read through all of these. And we also have a slide for this. I'll just use that. Yeah, so here you can see these. Whichever problem statement you're going to pick for your solution should fall into any one of these categories. Yes, you can also pick problem statements apart out of these categories, but it's better if you pick at least two of these categories. So in my problem statement, I picked good health and well-being along with zero hunger. For example, if you want to build a problem statement for plastic detection underwater, your problem statement will fall into the category of 14 because you're talking about life underwater. My problem statement was on malnutrition in children and mothers. So that was related to good health and well-being along with zero hunger. So that's how you can pick the problem statements. And I'll also show you the run through of how you can pick them at the end. So moving on to the timeline of Google Solution Challenge. So this is how the thing works. It is not for a single month. It will be stretched out throughout 3 or 4 months. So first, the registrations open on December 1st and the kickoff event is on January 11th. So what is kickoff event? Kickoff event is the event which is organized by the Google itself, wherein they speak about the importance of Google Solution Challenge and also let the students know how they can take part in this, the submission criteria, the judging criteria, the perks, and all the other details will be clearly stated in the kickoff event. So you can simply RSVP for this event and be a part of this event to get to know more about the event. So once you start your registration on December 1st, you can submit your solutions till January 21st. So then the submissions will be closed on January 22nd. From 21st of January to February 22nd, you can submit your solution. So this phase is called learn and build phase, wherein you pick your team members, form a team, take part in the kickoff event, and discuss with your team members, pick a problem statement, and build a solution. So the submissions will be closed for the round one on February 22nd. After that, the judging round in March will start. So what is judging round one? Out of the submissions which were submitted over here, they will be around 8,000 to 10,000, out of which the judging round is going to pick only 100. The top 100 teams will be picked. So the results of judging round will be released in early April. The top 100 teams will be receiving an email telling that you're selected for top 100, and they will also give a website link where you can see all the top 100 teams. So you can also look at your competitors. You're falling into which category and which team chose your category of United Nations goals. Followed by the top 100 list, you will have a mentorship phase. So what is this mentorship phase? Mentorship phase is the one in which Google will give you the assistance of Google employees. So you're going to have mentors from Google wherever you are stuck in your solution, or if you want to do any improvisations to the existing one, because this is a resubmission round where you're going to improvise the existing solution of yours. So in this round, you can take help from the mentors and also from your fellow beings or your team members, and then improvise your solution with regard to the technology or the UI, or even the idea could be improvised. So once you are done with this mentorship phase, you will be submitting your solution again for top 100, for top 10. So you will be submitting between April 29th and May 5th. Once you do that, the submissions will be closed for the second round. Then the judging round two will happen in May. Once you submit your solution, the judging round two will happen. And on the 10th, final 10 will be announced in the late May, or start of June. So from this top 100, whichever solutions are making the best impact will be picked. So the top 10 solutions will be picked. And these 10 teams would be having a demo day in between June and July. So what happens is, in the demo day is all the 10 teams will have one-to-one interaction and interview with the judges. So they'll talk about how your problem statement is making a bigger impact in the world, and how your solution is solving the right problem statement, which technology you have used, are you using Google technology to the fullest extent, and all these things will be discussed. So this top 10 teams will be having one-to-one interaction with the mentors, with the judges, and the top three teams will be announced in on June 27th. So this is how the timeline of Google Solution Challenge works. So moving on to the perks of taking part in Google Solution Challenge. If you are there under the top 100 teams, you will get a Google T-shirt, official certificate for taking part in Google Solution Challenge by Google, and you will also get mentorship from Google, because in the this phase you are going to get the mentorship of Google employees. So these are the perks of taking part. And if you are there in the top 100 teams, once you're there in the final 10 teams, that is top 10 teams, you will get $1,000 cash prize. So every team member is going to get that, and they are also going to be featured in the Google Developer blog, because you're going to have the one-on-one interview with the judges. You're also going to be live streamed on YouTube. So moving on to the top three teams, the winning three teams, each member of the team is going to get a cash prize of $3,000, and they're also going to be featured in the Google Developer blog. The top three teams, along with their videos, are going to be announced in the Google website itself. So I'll show all of those things at the end. So these are the perks of taking part in the Google Solution Challenge, which is like one of the best thing which could happen, and also improvise your portfolio if you take part in it. So this is my T-shirt, my certificate, and my stickers. So I was there in the top 100 teams, and apart from that, I also got mentorship from Google. My mentor was a UI UX award-winning designer. So we had an interaction for around 1 month, where we had regular sessions twice a week. So whenever she's free, we used to schedule a meeting and then talk about what my challenges were in building the solution. So my mentor used to give a number of suggestions, and in the next week again, we used to show her the progress. So that's how the mentorship phase really helped us a lot. So now over to you, Akash.
Okay. So thank you, Vijayanti. Let me share my screen. Mm,
Okay. So do I have to end the screen share?
yeah.
Okay.
So good afternoon, guys. Myself, Akash Garg. I am 2022 Solution Challenge Top 50 finalist, and I will tell you about judging criteria. Okay, so imagine running a race without knowing where the finish line is, or playing a game without understanding the rules. Sounds chaotic, right? Similarly, to ace a challenge or a competition, we should be knowing the judging criteria of that competition. In solution challenge, we have total 5 parameters on which our solution is judged, right? So the first parameter is problem statement. Problem statement is a single paragraph including 5 or 6, maximum 5 or 6 sentences, that describes our problem, the urgency of our problem, right? So the problem statement holds 5 points, and targeting sustainable development goals holds 5 points. So moving on to the implementation part. So it's just not about creating a solution, uh, but even the best ideas can be falter without a correct implementation, right? So the description of the architecture and usage of correct tools and platform holds a total 10 points, right? So moving on to the next point, that is the feedback and the testing. So the solutions and the products that are built on the top of real world inputs are more valuable, right? So the collection of feedback and testing your code and multiple iterations in real world and with real audience holds a very good significance, right? So it holds 10 points. So after feedback and testing, we have success and completion of our project. So completion of our project holds 5 points, and including it with a demo video holds 5 points. So next point is scalability. So describing our scope and the potential of the scalability of our product gave us will give us hefty 10 points in judging criteria. So moving on to once again moving on to the problem statement part. So choosing a correct problem statement is important, and an effective problem statement can lead you to the success, right? So a good problem statement should have not more than 5 or 6 sentences, and it should signifies urgency and the priority of the need, right? A good problem statement should include the problem, the targeted audience, and context or the situation or the process in which problem exists, and why it is important to address it, or we can say the urgency or the priority of our problem statement, right? And one addition I would like to make, that if we add Google technologies that we have used in our problem statement, then it would be a cherry on the cake for only Google Solution Challenge, right? So let me tell you about, now I will tell you about various Google technologies that will uh, be helpful for you guys, right? So moving with my personal favorite, Firebase. So for web developers, Firebase is like a catalyst in their development phase, right? Because Firebase is a backend as a service. Many people think it's only a database or a storage platform, but no, it's more than above over it, because it provides us many features like authentication and cloud messaging, uh, hosting and analytics for seamless app creation and management, right? So moving on to the next Google technology, that is Flutter and Android Studio. For app developers, Flutter and Android Studio is a boon, right? So Flutter allows the creation of many visual appealing apps, and which is high performance in multiple platforms, such as mobile web apps and our desktop apps. Yeah, so it provides a cross-platform development environment um, with a single code base, right? Uh, so Android Studio is an integrated development environment which is equipped with Flutter support and support of multiple technologies like Kotlin, Java, etc., which provides a powerful environment and developing debugging mobile apps, right, efficiently. So moving on, for our ML folks, we have Google Colab and TensorFlow. So Google Colab is offers a free cloud-based Jupyter notebooks, and it also helps in providing GPU resources and collaboration opportunities with other developers, right? So Google Colab is a uh, very important and most used tool in the field of machine learning, right? And TensorFlow is an open source machine learning framework which allows building and training our machine learning models very efficiently. Okay, so not only these technologies, we have many other. These are only many handful of Google technologies, but we have many other Google technologies that could be that we can use. Uh, for example, let me share my experience. One small part of my experience of my Google Solution Challenge. What happened was, while framing a problem statement back in the time, our team struggled a lot. Basically, what happened was, we after many sessions of brainstorming, we decided that we will create a solution around physiotherapy patients, right? For physiotherapy patients and for physiotherapists, and we identified the problem that there are many redundant uh, appointments for the patients. But after many talking to many our college seniors and um, our mentors, we find out that we have to use extended reality in our project, right? Extended reality is basically an umbrella under which AR or VR came, right? So we downloaded Unity and we tried learning that Unity, but because of its huge learning curve, we were facing many problems, right? So we talked to many mentors in our college and our seniors which have previously worked on Unity and other frameworks for AR VR, and we found out that we can use open source Google's pre-trained model called MediaPipe, and we integrated that MediaPipe in our solution, and yeah, so and it was very easy to integrate since it was from Google, and yeah, so this is how we faced a challenge and we overcame from it, and yeah, so this was my experience, and now over to you, Vijayanti, and yeah.
Thank you, Akash. I'll share my screen. So are you able to see the screen?
Yeah.
So moving on to the submission criteria. Before we talk about the submission criteria, it's better if I talk about the evaluation criteria. So when you submit your solution is submitted using a Google form only. So please remember that whatever you're going to submit is through a Google form. So the Google form is going to have a number of questions, around 10 questions regarding your solution, and also some basic details. And out of those 10 questions using which you're going to be evaluated, 25 points are for the impact your solution is creating, and 25 marks is for the technology. So how well you're able to use the Google technology and how well the problem statement fits into the category of using that technology. So your answer should be very proper and perfect, because your answer in the Google form is how is using which the judges are going to evaluate. So now moving on to the submission criteria, there will be 10 questions. So the first question is, Please clearly describe the challenge you are solving for using a problem statement. As Akash has stated, your problem statement picking should be rightly done. Otherwise, you're going to fail in initial stage only, because your problem statement should be a one which is making a severe impact in the world, and it's being causing several problems to the people in the world. Second thing, how is it fitting into the right category of the United Nations goals? So as I told you, it's better to pick a problem statement which is falling into the 17 sustainable goal category. And they're also going to ask you what inspired you to select the specific goals and targets. So whenever you're going to answer all these sorts of questions, please make sure that you create an impact while giving your answers. So it should be something like heart touching or a story like answer where the judge is moved by the answer. So please make sure to add some personal touch to your answers whenever you are filling the Google form. Third thing is about the technology, what high level components you are using and what is the architecture. Please make sure to describe rightly what Google technologies you are using and the purpose of using them clearly. And we are also having the question to specifically talk about the products which you are using. And I always recommend you to use a minimum of 3 Google technology, because you will have some content to talk about. Initially, we had only 2 Google technologies in our solution, but in the mentorship phase, the mentor asked to also include something else so that we can have a minimum of 3 in our solution. Then they're also going to focus on how your solution is being implemented with the people. So they'll check how, if you took your solution to the general people or your target audience, what was their feedback? Did you take that into consideration and then improvised your solution? So that's dealt in the question number 5. Then in the question number 6, they're going to check the code testing and iteration. So once you face some problem or your target audience gave you some feedback, you have to improvise your solution. That is being checked in question number 6. Moving on to the question number 7, describe the success of your solution using metrics, goals, and outcomes. What Google technologies are you using to track usage analysis? So, when you're building a solution, what is the point of building a product which is not accessible to anyone, which is not being understandable by anyone? So, they're going to check if your solution is making a proper impact and is it able to reach a large number of target audience, because this challenge is not for a small rural area or for a small section of the society. It is a global event where your solution should be scalable to a larger number of audience. Next question is upload a copy of your demo video. So this is the main important thing in your entire 10 questions. I'll also show you how you need to make a demo video, what things should be included in that. So this is the important question where you're going to upload your video on YouTube and copy the link and then paste in the Google form. I'll just tell you how you need to make the video at the end of the session. Moving on to the scalable, what do you see as your future steps? So here they're going to focus on your future goals. So for example, if you submit your solution in the first round and there is no scope of improvising it, you are less likely to be selected for top 100, because once you get selected for top 100, you will get Google mentorship. So you need to have something in mind to improvise your solution and submit it for top 10. So they're going to check, is your solution having some future scope and then reaching a larger target audience. Moving on to the 10th question, explain how the technical architecture of your solution could support scaling to larger audience. So here also they're trying to focus on the larger audience and the scalability of your solution. So these are the kinds of questions they're going to ask you and then check. I already told you that 25 points are for impact and 25 points are for technology. So it sums up to 10 questions. So 5 for impact and 5 for technology. So whenever you're giving any solution, make sure to keep in mind which category the question is falling into, either the impactful question or the question focusing on technology. So that should be rightly addressed. You can once read through this evaluation criteria. It is same as the submission criteria. So these are my personal tips if you want to be there under the top 3. So first thing, as I told you, your submission for Google Solution Challenge is in the form of a Google form. In Google form itself, you will give theoretical description, answer the question, along with giving a video to the video link. So that is how you're going to submit your solution. So for making a video, first thing, make sure that the screen recording is done in prior. For example, if you're given a 1 month development period, don't record the video, do editing in the last minute, because the visuals, the graphics, and how it is making an impact through the eyes is more important. Make sure to complete your solution before 1 week and then do the screen recording, editing, voiceover, and all that in prior so that you will have adequate time to plan and do the recording properly. Next thing is to have a clear voiceover and make sure the video is short. No one has time to look at a video for hours and hours. And also, it is clearly mentioned in the website that if your video is for more than 2 minutes, it is going to be considered only till 2 minutes. So just make sure to have everything covered within the 2 minutes. Then the proper editing should be done. Make it possible by having a good team member who has video editing skills and all of that. Then to make a good solution, it is always better as recommendable to watch previous year winner videos. So you will get to know what should be included in the video. And always the video should have a personal touch. In the first 10 seconds or 20 seconds, you yourself try to show your face and keep talking to someone. So that's how you can make an impact rather than an entire screen record. Maybe in the initial 10 to 15 seconds, you can already tell what is your problem statement. So that's how you can add a personal touch to the video. Make sure to add the United Nations goals properly in the solution video. And also focus and highlight the Google products which you are using. Anyways, I'll show you how the video should be made after this. Moving on to the evaluation form answers. So this is the most important part where every question will carry 5 points. So for questions like the impactful questions, make sure the answer is somewhat story-like. If not story-like, make sure that you're writing it with your own heart and it's making a personal impact. Next thing is answers. Generally, people do this, and a number of teams in my college also did this. They generally paste the question in ChatGPT, and they get some vague answer, and they don't even try to look at it or format it, and they'll paste it in the link and the Google form. So that shouldn't be done. In case you're taking help of AI tools also, please make sure to read the answer once and add the right points into it. The ChatGPT does not know what your solution is. So make sure that you proofread the answer, cross-check it with what the expectations are, and then paste the answer. Moving on to the next thing, please pay attention to the word count. And there is some word count like around 1500 characters or something like that. Just make sure to initially check the word count and try to write as much as possible about your solution. And in the questions where they're asking you to tell how much is your solution scalable or how much impact your problem statement is making in the society, please make sure to add some figures or numbers. In general, when you add figures like 15 million people got affected by malnutrition, 75% of the people in India are uneducated. So these things are going to make a severe impact, and they will also seem that that you have done a good amount of research before submitting your answers. So that will increase your chances of getting selected. So make sure to add figures and numbers whenever you're telling about the impact or the problem caused by something. So in any solution, please make sure to check the grammar and also check there are no errors like grammatical errors or the sentence formation. Make sure the answers is simple without using hard adverbs and all. Just make sure to have a simple answer with proper grammar, and also always keep in your mind that whatever you're answering should align with the goals of United Nations. At the end of the day, you're going to be judged on how much impact and you're doing to the world by solving that particular United Nations goal and how well you're using Google technology. So in every answer, make sure to keep these 2 points in your mind. Moving on to the code, along with the 10 questions which we have seen earlier, along with these 10 questions in the initial round and in the next round, they're going to ask you to enter the GitHub repo link. So they're also going to check your code. So first thing, make sure that you don't copy or download any codes from online because there is going to be a plagiarism checker. So make sure that your solution is on your own and do not try to download it from other websites because you're going to be rejected for sure. Next thing is to have a cleaner code. In case the evaluators are looking at your code, they should be able to understand what you did. So have proper folders and do the formatting well. Have some comments in case the judges are reading your solution. Next thing, in case you're doing a mobile app or a website, make sure to host it or deploy it. It is a good thing to do and have a link. The live link of a website can improve your chances because you can also tell in your Google form answers that yes, we have deployed this link and we have already got around 1,000 users in 2 days. So we can be able to grab a larger audience, target audience in the coming months. So you can try telling in that way, and it will be an edge over others in case you're having the working website link or an app link. Next thing, also in the GitHub code, also try to add a README file, because sometimes the judges may not have proper time to look at the code and all. In that case, if you have a good README file with the website or app screenshots, or if in case you're building a hardware solution, you have the pictures of how the working is going on, how your device is. So it's going to create an impact immediately. So there would be no need for the judge to go through your code. So this could also create a sense of credibility for you. So before we move on to the Q&A, there are some things that I need to show you. Are you able to see my screen? Akash, can you please confirm?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll just show you the run through of the Google Solution Challenge website. So once you search in Google as Google Solution Challenge, they will take you to a website. So this is how the website is. As I told you initially that there will be a kickoff event in January. So you can RSVP today or anytime just before January 11th. So they'll give you all the inputs regarding the event. So just make sure to RSVP there. Moving on to this other sections in the website. So here you can look at what United Nations goals are. And this is one of the important things. For example, I want to build a solution in clean water and sanitation. So here, apart from what these things are, like why it matters, infographics, so all the description about this thing will be clearly stated here. For example, if I click on why it matters, clean water and sanitation, if you're not sure about the problem statement, everything will be clearly stated in this. So you can look at this one. See, you can once read through what is happening, what we can do. So they're also focusing on what we can do to reduce the impact caused by this problem statement. So you can once read through all these details. In case you want to look at some of the projects in this category, you can click on the example project. So it will either redirect you to a YouTube link where you can see the solutions which were submitted by them, or else you can also go through the website. So you can check any of these problem statements and see what they have built. Right. So you also have a playlist where you can also look at the other winners and all. So you can do the same thing for every other problem statement. So as I told you, my problem statement was falling into the categories of good health and zero hunger. So we try to look at the videos of all the example projects so that we'll have a little idea as to how your competitors are building. So you can obviously use the section of the website, and it's very great to get a great inspiration. So you also have a section in the website to look at the timeline in case you just want to look at the evaluation criteria or when you're going to get selected and everything. Anyways, you'll be getting continuous mails about these things. So moving on to the resources. So here you can look at how you can use the Google resources. So there are some articles about these things, and there are some videos where you can go through about the Google technologies, which you can use in the website. So as I told you, the demo day is for the top 10 teams. So the top 10 teams have one-to-one interaction with the judges. And you can also look at these videos where you can also look at the top 10 videos. And they keep talking about how much impact the solution made, what problems they are solving for. So it could help you a lot. And there is a section in the website for the winners. So these are the top 3 teams for 2023 Google Solution Challenge. So I'll just run this video for you so that you'll get an idea. So see, first thing, I told you that the video should have maximum length of 2 minutes. That is how they made. So this solution is a hardware solution. So whatever solutions you make can be either a hardware solution, a website, an app, or it can be anything. So just look at the winner's video.
Vijayanti it's not audible.
Yeah, even it's not audible for me. I think we can just go with the.
Actually,
Uh,
the thing is mute. The video is mute from.
okay, I'm so sorry. Is it audible now?
I guess. No,
It's
I
not
suppose you
working
have
for
to
me.
share the tab. Actually,
Okay. 1 second. Yeah, so I think it should work now.
24. Braille has been the standard written language for the visually impaired. The medium has continued to evolve following technology. However, due to recent development of text-to-speech technology, the interest for learning Braille has decreased, thus causing it to be potentially lost in the future.
Braille masih digunakan untuk tunanetra, terutama bagi tunanetra yang baru mengenal Braille dan untuk buku-buku eksakta.
Along with that, modern Braille devices are not as easily affordable for third world countries. Introducing Wonder Reader V2. Wonder Reader is not just for learning Braille, it's for empowerment. As an accessible 3D printed Braille reader, Wonder Reader improves the educational opportunities for visually impaired individuals. All of this is an effort to reduce the gap in educational opportunities for visually impaired individuals. Wonder Reader directly communicates with the Android mobile app designed for teachers to communicate to students. The teacher can send their custom pre-made questions which will appear on the student's device. The student can then reply with an answer which the teacher can easily see and check. Students can type their answer with Wonder Reader's built-in Braille keyboard, as well as use the button to listen to the question. After rounds of testing, we have some improvements coming in. A new iteration of the Wonder Reader device that takes into account the user's needs. Our companion app is now native on Android, making it easily accessible anywhere. Firebase stores teacher and question data for effortless scalability. Bluetooth Low Energy is used to connect and communicate between the app and the device, and allows for multiple device support. Google's text-to-speech API is used to create realistic-sounding voices.
Question 11 plus 13.
With our future aim of slowly expanding our reach to potential partners worldwide, Wonder Reader will be able to help visually impaired people all over the world to learn and grow. It's a tool that truly lives up to its name, Wonder Reader.
So if you've seen this, initially they spoke about what the problem is. Later they told which Google technologies they are using. And they also spoke about which United Nations goals they are solving for. And then they also did the run through of their mobile app. So that's how you need to make a solution. And it was a wonderful solution. It was featured on LinkedIn as well. So let me also show you another video of the previous year winners. Are you getting the audio?
Actually, it's not shared. Your video screen.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Which screen is being shown now?
No.
No screen? 1 second. Yeah, is it coming now?
Yes.
Okay. So this is another solution, which was the last year winner. I'm not, yeah.
Hello, welcome to the presentation of BuzzBusters, the solution we are developing to combat the dengue epidemic in Santa Cruz de la Sierra, Bolivia. We are a team committed to Sustainable Development Goal number 3, good health and well-being. One of the main causes is that current control measures, such as fumigation, are not being carried out accurately and efficiently. Instead of focusing on specific locations with a higher incidence of mosquitoes, fumigation is being done in a generalized manner in areas that do not guarantee an effective reduction of the mosquito population. The lack of resources and trained personnel has hindered the response to the increase in mosquitoes, worsening the situation and causing overcrowding in hospitals. We believe that this problem is due to a lack of information. However, we think that we can address it by utilizing advanced analytics to predict outbreaks and critical points in real time. This way, we can assist the government and health officials in optimizing priority actions such as fumigation, cleaning of breeding sites, and awareness campaigns to minimize the spread of mosquitoes in specific areas. We believe that with a fleet of low-cost devices utilizing deep learning and computer vision, we can scale and automate the continuous monitoring of mosquitoes. By the way, we have already built a prototype. We will distribute multiple traps throughout the city, collecting information about the mosquito population in different areas and their precise location. Thanks to this continuous monitoring, we can take early action measures before mosquitoes breed and spread further. Expected impact: 40% reduction in infections and hospitalizations, 70% less use of fumigation, 40% reduction in operational costs for public health departments. Additionally, we have a mobile application that complements our solution. The application allows users to view mosquito sightings in their area and provides important information to take preventive measures. Together, we can combat the spread of mosquito-borne diseases and create safer and healthier communities.
Yeah, so you have seen the entire the video. So apart from these videos, you can also look at the videos from the website or in the YouTube. So you can look at the other videos of the previous year winners, or not even the previous years, the other previous years, or the top 100 teams and other videos as well, so that you get an idea as to how you need to build a solution. So what we've seen is a combination of hardware and software. So that's how you can build, or in case you're not well equipped with those tech stacks, you can also pick something which is falling into category of only software or only hardware. So I'll just show you how you can register. Akash, is my screen visible?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so I'll show you how you can register for the event. So once you click on the register button in the official website, it will take you to this Google form. So in this Google form, you have to give your basic details like your email, your full name, and you have to tell if you're a part of your GDSC chapter of your college, in case you're a lead or a core team member, or if you're not a member. So in general, this GDS Google Solution Challenge is good for the people who are a part of GDSC. So please make sure that you are a member of it at least. How you can be a member of Google Developer Student Club? I'll just show you. In case you're not a member, you just click on this link, and once you go to this respective page, it will show you all the chapters in the world. So for example, your college name, I'll search. Right, so it's not being shown. Is the spelling wrong or what? Okay, so and there is a join us button. So that's how you can be a part of the college chapter in case you are not. In case you're a core team member or anything else, it's fine. The next thing you have to pick about your country, and yeah, even here you have to search for your college name. So you have to select this option because you're a part of this respective college chapter. So they're trying to keep track of which college chapter you are. It's better if all of you team members are a part of your respective college chapter. And once you select that, apart from your basic details, you're going to select which chapter you are in. Then they're going to ask you few questions about these, as to which Google technologies you are interested in using and which problem statements. So for example, I did for zero hunger and good health and well-being. So you can pick as many problems, the categories as you can. Once you do that, you're going to also tell in prior which Google technologies you are using. So this is the registration form. Once you pick your problem statement, you should have the Google technologies in your mind. So for example, I'm using only 2 technologies and those 2 I can select. You can pick any of these existing ones. Then they're also going to ask you what's your primary motivation for participating in Google Solution Challenge. This you can read through these answers and pick whatever you know, and also your technical expertise level in the respective category you're doing. And they'll ask you to agree to some terms and conditions. And yeah, so here they're asking you a question: GDSC membership, do you agree? And previously submitted projects. So first thing you have to keep in your mind that once you submit your solution to any hackathon, please make sure that you don't submit the solution here again. Like for example, I took part in the last year. I can't submit the same solution this year again. So you're agreeing that you don't submit the solution which was already submitted. Okay, please make sure to read all of these things here. And then yeah, you're good to go. Once you click on the submit button, you can pick, you have successfully registered. So just make sure to do it before the deadline. And later you can start off with the building and development phase. So that's about the registration. And I always recommend you to just have a clear look of the website, because you also have a section for FAQ, and you can explore things properly and then pick problem statements clearly. You can once go through the FAQ section here in the website. And yeah, if you're having any questions now, we are open for Q&A.
Okay. So basically, if you are new to okay. So basically, if you are new to this Google Solution Challenge, so best tip from my side is that choose your teammates wisely. Basically, don't choose your team members on it's like you choose your friends or someone you know. Rather, you should choose someone who is open to learn new things and have some prior knowledge of something or the other technology and open to learn new things. Yeah, the, the this is the personal tip from
So
my side. Yeah. Hmm.
yeah, so actually the question is very much related to me. So when we were taking part this year, we were there in the second year and we didn't have much knowledge about the tech stack, Google technologies and all. So what happened was we like initially we were not aware of anything, so we generally picked a good problem statement. After that, anyways, we'll have 1.5 month development period. So you can divide it between your team members. Say, I think the team size is not restricted; it's around six. We had four members in our team, so we divided. Two members took the UI, two members took the backend. So that's how we divided the work. So these two people who are new, so I mean, everyone was new in our team. We didn't have any knowledge about the backend, but yeah, we had some idea about the front end. So we took up some tutorials on YouTube and then developed a solution in a better way. So yeah, I can tell you my example because we didn't have any knowledge in prior and picking the problem statement and then refer some previous year winners. That is what we did in our respective category. We looked at some of the winner videos and then we understood what technologies we use, because I already told you that in the video we're going to mention which United Nations goals you're solving for and which technologies they are using. So on the go we learned the technologies and then build the solution. So in case you're a beginner also, it's fine. In case you don't have the right amount of knowledge for building a solution also, it's fine. It's about the motivation you have from your end to just give it a start, because maybe you may not win in this year, but you can do that in the second attempt, or there is still a chance, because when we submitted a solution we were so desperate. We were second years, no, our solution is not nice, the technology is also not up to the mark, but we were so amazed when we got the email that we got selected for top 100. So that's how you have to motivate yourself and pick the right team members, because there's a team of three and two people don't work and the burden or the pressure is on one person. It would be hard because it is for around 2.5 months that you have to work with your team members and build a proper solution. So my suggestion is to pick, yeah, of course, I agree with Akash, and pick right team members and make sure to plan off the things initially. In case you're having 1 month of time and you didn't plan anything and then you panic at the last moment, it's of no use. So in the initial week itself, think what you're going to build, divide off the work, and then start building.
I would also like to add one more thing. Choose your mentors correctly. Your seniors, your mentors will surely gonna help you, and please choose them wisely. And yeah. Okay. So yeah, it's like in previous answer only that we have to divide the timeline of the development of our product, and basically we should, if divide our time of our 24 hours effectively, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, of course, the planning plays a major role over here because you have to plan things and then work them out. Yeah, even we had exams while in the first round when we were not there in the top 100, we didn't have any exams. But when we had to submit a solution for top 10 teams, we had exams. That was semester exams. It was hard, but what we did was we had a team member in our team who was a senior. So our exams were not clashing with theirs. So it was like, around the clock, you're dividing work between the people who, whose time schedule is not clashing with someone else. So maybe you can pick people from different colleges because there is no restriction that people from the same GDSC chapter should take part in the challenge. You can take part with people from other countries, other chapters as well. So maybe in case all your team members are having exams and you can't go with them, maybe in the initial stages only, maybe better you can pick people from the other years in your college, or think of something where you plan of things well, divide the work and do.
Actually, we answered that in our session only. That I discussed my challenge which I faced while developing my problem statement and choosing the correct set of tools, and that which was key. I was people were giving suggestion that we should use extended reality in our project, that is AR or VR, but we were unable to use Unity. We were facing, because we were noobs, and Unity requires a huge learning curve, and so we discussed our problem with our seniors, and they gave us a suggestion that we should use a media pipe, which is a pre-trained model of Google only. So this is how we overcome our challenge. And talking about the choosing correct teammates, so that also I mentioned that we should choose someone that is open to learn new things and having some prior knowledge of some tech stack, or yeah.
Yeah, so moving on to my challenges which I faced was our solution was for the farmers, especially, and the poor people in the rural areas of India or any other country. So the major problem they have is they'll not be able to understand English or any other complex language. So they'll be able to understand their rural or the native language. And apart from that, initially our website was having some complex things. The colors were clashing and all of that, because your target audience and the website or whatever solution should be aligning with each other. So in the second round, when we had the mentorship, our mentor told to increase the font size, change the font type, and then use colors which are fitting into the malnutrition category or related to the food. But some problems we faced was with the team members. Sometimes you'll not be able to put in your 100% efforts, or you'll be working on something else and you want your team members to work on something else. So yeah, we resolve those issues within the team by dividing off work. Again, everything is related to planning and dividing off work. We had to collect a large amount of data for regarding the people under 0 to 5 age category. So one of my team members was intensely working on the data collection part while we were building the UI. So that's how you can manage the time, because the UI is nowhere related to the data collection and all in the initial stages. Once you get the data, it's about how you retrieve the data and then show it on the screen. So initially we were working on the UI part and all, while my team members, some of them were trying to gather the the statistics, and working on the ML models and all. So that's how we resolve the issues within the team. Yeah, so it was really a nice session, and thank you for having us.
Yeah, all the best, guys. All the best, everyone. Thanks.
Yeah, so I wish all the participants a very good luck. And in case you're having any doubts, you can reach out to me on LinkedIn. You can find me on Vijayanti Nandula on LinkedIn. So yeah, you can reach out to me anytime, and you feel free to message me regarding any doubts, because we are always open to answering questions.
Yeah, definitely. Same from me as well.
Yeah, so thank you, everyone.
Thank you.